Smoking gun or political slander. Democrat senators are calling on the FBI not to investigate the business activities of Joe Biden and his son. They insist it will harm American democracy and is just a smear campaign by Donald Trump's team. With more, here's RT's Caleb Maupin.
Who can forget the Russiagate hysterics and the demand from U.S. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer that the FBI investigate allegations against Trump regarding collusion?
It's a serious issue and needs a thorough investigation.
We know Director Comey was leading an investigation in whether the Trump campaign colluded with the Russians. A serious offense. Were those investigations getting too close to home for the president? The dismissal of Director Comey establishes a very troubling pattern.
Well, it turns out that Senator Chuck Schumer is far less interested in looking into the shady dealings of the Biden family in Ukraine. Surprise, surprise.
We therefore urge you to resist pressure from President Trump and other partisan actors to take any actions intended to benefit President Trump politically on the eve of the election. Succumbing to such pressure would deeply undermine our national security interests and could have devastating consequences for the resiliency of our democracy.
The Democrats seem quite nervous about opening this can of worms. Remember Hillary Clinton using a private server for her emails? Similar story. What's interesting this time, however, is that the Democrats' message of nothing to see here, folks, just move on, that message is being echoed by media outlets.
We don't want to waste our time on stories that are not really stories. And we don't want to waste the listeners' and readers' time on stories that are just pure distractions. And quite frankly, that's where we ended up. This was a politically driven event, and we decided to treat it that way.
Now, that was National Public Radio. The Media Research Center, a media watchdog that leans conservative, said that the Biden family scandal has gotten little, almost no coverage in the aftermath of the recent Trump and Biden town hall events.
ABC spent 0 seconds on Hunter Biden. NBC spent just 6 minutes 9 seconds on Hunter's scandals. CBS led the broadcast networks with a still measly 10 minutes and 33 seconds.
Print media as well. USA Today has dropped op-eds on the subject.
USA Today didn't want to run my Hunter Biden column this week. My regular editor is on vacation, and I guess everyone else was afraid to touch it.
It seems like the party line of the American elite is do not discuss the Biden family emails, and the so-called free press is in full compliance. Once again, American mainstream media shows us what it's all about. Caleb Maupin, RT, New York.